Heidi ho, YouTube Nation. It's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome back to Tis the Season Month here on my YouTube channel. And tonight I'm reviewing a animated short film TV movie that came out in the 80s, and this is the He-Man&She-ra Christmas special. This is the first time I've seen the movie, and I wanted to explain, a bit more or less what the movie was about. It's basically a crossover between He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, which I used to watch as a kid, and She-Ra, who is He-Man's sister, I believe. Yeah. And this is a show I used to be very into. I had the toys of He-Man when I was a kid. I had He-Man and Man of Arms and Orko and all the most of the characters. And I used to love the 1987 movie. I watched it a lot. I don't care what anybody says. That movie is a fun cult classic. But this cartoon basically is He-Man and She-Ra. They're about to celebrate the holidays on Eternia, and Skeletor and Hordak, who's the villain from She-Ra, make a pact with this villain to stop that from happening. That's basically the story in a nutshell. The animation is fine for the 80s. There's a couple of kids in it that sing, that are they're there. They pretty much bond with Orko. Orko's kind of sounds like the new Woody Woodpecker voice in the Woody Woodpecker movie that came out this year in the U.S. Direct to video. Uh, the voice acting is still top notch for the time. The animation, some of the colors are kind of like faded because this was old 80s animation from things like Transformers, He-Man, and Ninja Turtles and stuff like that. They had the best animation they could. There's no CGI here. It's just all hand drawn animation with real artists. The film is short. It's about 45 minutes. It's not 2 hours long. If you've seen these cartoons, you definitely probably were into them. He-Man's like, I have the power. I love that. That's great. That's so iconic. She-Ra I was never into, not because I don't like girls. I love girls. I just didn't know about her until like recently. She has a new Netflix series that came out. She's pretty badass. I like her unicorn, or Pegasus or whatever. The voice is a little bit off because she has a deep voice, but she's pretty badass. I like her outfit. I like her hair. I like that she can fight, and she's not a copy of He-Man. She's different. Uh, it's got the characters you love. I think one of the voices is from the voice of Skeletor has always been weird for me because he's a skeleton that talks, and in this one he kind of is like an anti-hero because he's a villain at first, and then he helps the kids at the end of the movie to brings the spirit of the holidays to Eternia. And there's some mishaps. Yes, the nostalgia critic pointed out that there's a couple of gay undertones in it, but I'm like, one of the ships looks like a penis, and also there's like, oh, the way man handles you, and I'm like, I get it. Okay, I don't breathe too much into those things because me with gay agendas, I could care less about them. But if you're in the mood to see something that's a little different for the holidays, that's from the 80s, this is a good special, and it counts. It's something I haven't reviewed before, and yeah, it's very very wholesome. It's very cute. It's not going to offend anybody mainly. It's very harmless. It's animation from the 80s, from the 80s cartoon that made a lot of kids happy when the toys came out, and it's a product of its time. So if you find that the animation is dated, the voice acting sucks, I'm like, well, it's not for everybody. These kind of cartoons were my jam back in the day in the 80s when it was a better time to live. But anyway, it's fun. I got to watch it on the Sci-Fi Network, and I was very, very fun. I had a lot of fun. Brought back a lot of memories when I used to have play with my toys of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. And I hope they do a reboot one day of the live action movie, and they do it right because a lot of adaptations have sucked recently. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I wanted to do another video because my last video got a pretty decent amount of views of my reaction to the Avengers 4 trailer. I am still looking more forward to that than anything next year. And sue me, I'm looking forward to Captain Marvel in 2019. I don't care what anybody thinks that is opposing it, saying it's going to be femme nonsense. It isn't. Kathleen Kennedy has nothing to do with that movie, and she has nothing to do with Infinity War Endgame either. So I'm pulling. I have by absolute faith that those movies are going to be better than freaking episode 9 and anything else coming out next year. But anyway, that's next year. We're still in 2018. We got a few weeks left, and then it's over. Thanks, guys, for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm really tired, so see He-Man and She-Ra, the Christmas special. It's worth your time.